Look how much money I'm making. An absurd amount.
Here's how the business did. These are incredible
You guys
results.
did great out there.
I'm just waiting for the oh. Nice. Fuck yeah. In here? You actually get nothing from here. Except for when you win a meeting, then you have you win $3 million.
We got a job to do.
That's what sales wasn't doing shit.
On
Look
the
at like a
bustling
little
streets
ad.
of Yokohama, a decade can pass in the blink of an eye.
Like my commercial.
Time marches on and people come and go. But there are some things we refuse to let change. Like the uncompromising flavor of our senbei. And the place we hold in our hearts for our valued customers. At Ichiban Confections, your smile is our #1 priority. Eat at Ichiban's. We are Ichiban Holdings.
It went from Ichiban Confections to Ichiban. Look at that. It's the pyramid of cash. Oh yeah, it's wild.
Did I miscalculate? Pretty lucky!
Lucky, ne?
Pretty lucky!
Oh, that's a lot.
Here's how the business did. These
Basically,
are
I made twice as much.
incredible results.
You guys did great out there.
Jesus, they all got upset. 23 million.
We got a job to do.
I'd rather than be them happy than pay 23 million to make them happy. Fuck that.
Did I miscalculate?
Look at all that money.
Here's how the business did.
And I'll get to see none of it.
These are
You guys did
incredible
great out
results.
there.
The shareholders meeting is coming up soon.
But the people who actually make the money are the shareholders.
Recharge complete. Yes. Relaxation is
This
in
company
do.
is only getting better.
They do pay me $1 million, 3 million every time you have one of those meetings. Gotta make sure they're all happy. Otherwise, they want to quit and shit.
such a thoughtful young man.
緊張が解けました。
元気100倍。
I'm gonna give you a space tour. A space tour? What the fuck? I guess I have billions of dollars because I could, but nah.
We got a job to do.
I have 7 billion yen in this business, and it can only get higher. They're very motivated, so hopefully they get a lot more this time.
This is the one. Here's how the business did.
If after all your costs you make
These are
404
incredible
million
results.
yen, I think you're doing pretty good.
Nice. You guys did great out there.
Yeah, nah.
The shareholders meeting is about to begin.
Oh, there we go. I just gotta make them all happy.
Battery recharge. I've got energy to spare now.
Ah, goodbye stress.
疲れが取れたぜ。
疲れが和らぎました。
元気100倍だ。疲れが取れたぜ。元気100倍だ。
It's refreshing.
リラックスし
It's
て
a
きま
lot.
し
It's a lot of keeping them happy and shit.
一息つくだろう。
Man, look at this. Great, great, great. These guys are very happy with me. They're not gonna be much challenge at all.
Consider the shareholders handled.
I'm gonna be up by, I think,
We'll start
80%.
with the financial report. President Kasuga, if you would.
We'll kick things off with the financial report.
Look at that.
Thank you.
One hell of a
Let's
boost.
move on to the Q&A. Please raise your hand if you have a question.
足穴がありそうで怖い。
The man's very
If
happy.
you have any questions, this is the time.
グローバルな目線を持ちましょう。Now just fly out.
Please raise your hand if you have a
Easy
question.
peasy.
込みどころはありますよ。聞いてください。いや、待ってください。聞いてください。
He's happy as shit.
Please raise your hand if you have a question. If you have any questions, this is the time.
甘い甘い。甘すぎるんだ。なあ、聞いてくれ。
Easy.
If
Easy
you have any
dubs.
questions, this is the time to ask.
いや、待ってください。ちゃんと考えてください。いや、待ってください。
Easy.
That concludes our periodic
No more
shareholder
questions.
meeting.
Everyone's very happy with me.
Well, everybody, this calls for a celebration. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. The meeting went great.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Done. They need to make 3 million yen. I got it. Let's go. I wonder if there was a different way to make 3 million yen. I'm like, it's gonna be like a story part of the game. Or if this is basically what I had to do. I'm thinking this is what I had to do because no one else volunteered to offer the money. I'm like, I thought these guys are Yakuza, like some criminal underworld. They should have money, but I guess they don't have shit. I love you, baby. I love you. Start on me.
Hmm?
It's Mitz. Remember the young guy? Maybe you don't remember the beginning of the game. With the blonde hair. It's okay. Arakawa-san, he's actually... I guess I'll find out right now.
Hey, hold on, Ichiban. What's all this about going to Osaka?
Oh shit.
Turns out Arakawa-san needs some help. My help. Mitsu just called me and said Arakawa-san's already on his way to Sotenbori.
But why Osaka?
I don't know. I didn't bother to ask.
You realize Sotenbori is where the Omi Alliance is headquartered. You'll be screwed if your cover gets blown. Think about that, would you?
All I need to think about is that Arakawa-san said he needs me. He's going to Osaka, so I'm going to Osaka. I don't care what anyone says about it.
He gets like this, Hidachi-san.
And there's no point stopping him, is there? Loyalty is admirable, but jeez.
Ichiban, what about Ijincho? The election's coming up. We helped you make all that money to fight Ryo Aoki. Now you're just gonna leave us hanging?
Not at all. We got the 3 million yen we needed. And I'm gonna go give it to the Seiryu clan right now.
We may have the money, but that hasn't solved our lack of a candidate. Certainly a necessary element of the plan.
Didn't Chairman Hoshino say he'd take care of it? Don't worry. He's the kind of guy who keeps his word. If we give him the cash, he'll do the rest.
If you say so. Safe travels, then.
Hey, don't encourage him to do such dangerous things. Kasuga, if you really are leaving, we're coming with you.
Sounds good to me. I've never been to Osaka.
Guys, I'm not going there as a tourist. I'm going straight into the Lion's Den. Assuming Adachi-san is right and that's where the Yomi home base is. You guys don't need to get involved. This is personal for me.
Come on, man. After all we've been through...
Of course. I'm saying this because we're friends. If something happens to me out there, you gotta finish what we started.
Still sounds like a load of crap to me.
Well, think what you want. But we got the 3 million yen, and I'm taking it to Hoshino. I'll see all of you around.
Want to do some karaoke? I'm not gonna sing.
Let's get ready to rock!
They're gonna sing. They all sing except for Jungi Yan. That's crazy. Oh, Ichiban's gonna sing this one. I think.
Hope you brought tissues! Stir hell's cauldron, hot, hot party! Now, what's on the menu for tonight?
You can actually enjoy the video. Meanwhile, I get the mini game portion of it. Wow, this is pretty easy, I guess. What the fuck? Oh, here we go.
The demons are brewing up a hellish stew. Made of you, worthless humans cooked into a roux. Shit posters, hot takes, all you trolls. You little fish, you're all in tonight's main dish. Cabbage, onion stew, seafood ribs.
No. This is written by somebody in Japan. I guess it's Japanese metal.
Your blood is redder than kimchi. Offer it the flap around your guts. Offer it to devour it all. In the depths of your despair, the pot is dark, deep in your nightmare. The demon paws, we're dying in hell. Hard enough.
Oh, I missed. Damn it, I fucked up. Solo time. What did I get? I missed like the last one. Damn, I did pretty good.
You're a natural.
natural, Ichan.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Raise my passion up. The devil's favorite recipe. That's when he sings it. Let's see if someone else sings it.
Guess
Probably a
I'm
little
up.
bit harder. Passionate backing. It'll probably sound a lot better.
I'm gonna feel this one.
Oh yeah, it's already hard, you can tell. Yeah, he is bitter at it. Passionate backup. I missed it. A little bit more difficult, but it was fun.
I'm a real front man.
Guess I'm up.
Oh, that's the one that's wait. I guess I'll sing. I already paid for it, I guess. She sings too.
You better be into it. You're setting off out on your own, eager to do
Great
things
choice.
your own way. Sun's shining bright. Your brand new journey starts today. You've got new clothes from head to toe. Don't even look like the same guy. Feels like a date, except we're actually saying goodbye. All the pictures that I could take, all the gigs these videos make, none of it replaces. But they'll be there after you go. The day we met, I felt the air like they're swirling around me in a spring breeze.
I'm gonna do karaoke with you so I could just like cheer you on with this.
Somehow I knew we'd go our separate ways. Lighter than air, I watch you float away, lifting you so gently on a spring breeze. I'll be fine, and I know you're not just mine. It's a new day, time to go out and shine.
She winked. Oh, it was a lot higher than the guy before.
That was a blast.
Karaoke for life. Mm, damn. Thank you, baby.
You drinking, Namba?
Oh, Ichiban. Glad you're here. We need to talk.
We do? Is it something serious?
Look, I need to tell you I'm sorry for lying.
You mean about chasing the counterfeit bill?
Yeah. Think you can forgive me?
Come on, you know we're past that. What's important is your brother got released. All's well that ends well, right? That said, maybe now's a good time to tell me if there's any other holes in your story. You really were a nurse at some point, right?
Well, of course I was a nurse. How else could I have brought you back from the brink of death?
Good point. Then, what about the part where you sold hospital meds? Didn't you say that's how you got your nursing license revoked?
Well, that's the short version, but it's more complicated, actually.
What do you mean?
You'll be the first person I've ever told this to, so I hope you plan on sitting for a while.
Yeah, man. I'm all ears.
Back in elementary school, I read about Florence Nightingale. That's when I knew I was meant to be a nurse. Helping the sick, people being grateful for it, it's all I ever wanted in life. But when I finally put on my scrubs, it was different. Endless late shifts, difficult patients, never a word of thanks. Eventually, I just stopped caring. Little by little, I started cutting corners any way I could. I'd pretend not to hear the intercom, and instead, I'd go doze off somewhere. By the time I hit 40, I had no idea why I ever went into the field. But then one day, this new girl named Mizue showed up. And in her introduction, she brought up who else but Nightingale.
Just like you, huh?
We had the same role model, but she still had her spirit. She would rush toward every patient in the ward, never missed a beat. On top of that, she always had the sweetest smile.
So, you had a thing for her?
Are you kidding me? She was 23 and a looker, and I was just a middle-aged loser.
You can still be a player. Don't worry. Younger than you look. Age is only a number. Which one should I pick?
Come on, man. You know as well as I do, age is only a number. What you need, my friend, is passion. A healthy heart, you know?
I'd be more likely to have a heart attack thinking like that.
Dude, I'm sure you were crazy passionate about the job back when you got hired.
Maybe I was. Still don't see her point.
Yeah, there's no passion on it.
Whenever
That's
I
good.
saw her working, I could feel my old self coming back. That young version of me, who used to give it his all.
That's a good sign.
If only I had half her stamina and wasn't twice her age. Anyway, one night I was a little sleepier than usual. So I went out to the back lawn, thinking maybe I could sneak in a nap. And suddenly, I heard a noise from behind. I turned around to find the storeroom we keep the medicine in wide open, and Mizue-chan was walking out alone.
Was she restocking? I mean, if you were slacking off, she was probably having to bust her ass.
Well, that's the thing. In our hospital, only the pharmacists have access to the storeroom. Mizue-chan and I were just nurses. We didn't even need to go in there.
Then what was she doing?
Well, at the time, there was a rumor floating around the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Medicine would keep disappearing. The list never matched the inventory. According to the rumors, someone was swiping medicine and selling it. Illegally.
No way. And that was Mizue-chan?
It was. As my eyes adjusted, I could clearly see her arms were full of medicine boxes.
But why would she need to sell medicine?
From what I heard, her parents were under a mountain of debt. So, to lighten some of their load, Mizue-chan was paying everything she could. But a single nurse's salary wouldn't get them out of the hole. No way.
So she was stealing the meds to do it?
Yep. And I was the sole eyewitness. Thing is, Mizue-chan never noticed me there. Now, if it was you, Ichiban, what would you have done?
Well, calling her out on it would seem to be the right thing to do. But I guess she wasn't stealing it just to be a criminal, huh?
Not in the slightest. She was only doing it for her family. I mean, yeah, she was breaking the law. But she wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
Plus, getting caught would cost her her job. Then the debt would only have gotten worse. With all that in mind, I'd say it's a pretty tough call to make.
Now you're on the same page I was. Anyway, in the end, all I could do was watch her walk away without saying a word. If there ever was a criminal who deserved a free pass, it was Mizue-chan. That was what I thought at the time. So I turned a blind eye.
And what happened after that?
It wasn't long before Mizue-chan's actions caught up with her. The hospital director decided to get the police involved and started gathering evidence.
He waited that long to take action?
Well, he was trying to resolve it internally, being that the hospital's reputation was at stake. I guess he got sick of having a thief under his nose, so he escalated it to the next logical step.
But if the cops caught Mizue-chan stealing, that'd be bad news.
She'd have a police record, and her name in all the papers. To be honest, it was only a matter of time. She had her whole life ahead of her. Now, how could that happen to someone so young? And on the other hand, you've got me. A guy who totally burned out. A guy who couldn't be further from Florence Nightingale. Better a saint like Mizue-chan stay at the hospital than a sack of shit like me, wouldn't you say?
Namba, are you telling me you...
Yeah. I went up and confessed to the whole thing. Stealing, selling, and all.
And that's how you lost your nursing license?
Yep. No, and I got fired too. Naturally.
Man, you went all out for that girl. Did she ever contact you after that? Even a call or a letter?
Not that I'm aware. In a matter of hours, I was out of a job and out on the streets.
You regret any of it?
Well, my brother disappeared not long after, so even if I didn't get canned, I would have quit on my own anyway. So, no, to answer your question. Though I do have to admit, I would like to see Mizue-chan off when she goes overseas.
She's going overseas?
Yeah. She always dreamed of running off to some developing country where they really need medical professionals.
She took that Nightingale shit seriously.
Our hospital had an international dispatch program, available to staff nurses with at least 3 years tenure. This year would be Mizue-chan's third, and I know she would take advantage of it.
Well, in that case, why not go say farewell?
If only I could. For starters, I don't even know when she leaves.
Maybe if you ask one of your old nurse buddies, they'll tell you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm the little rat who stole the medicine, if you forgot that detail. They want nothing to do with me.
Well, hello, boys. Don't worry, the life of the party's here.
She's drunk.
Care to bring me up to speed?
Oh, Sachan. Wait, you drunk?
I think you're drunk. Now, fill me in, if you please.
Oh, Nama here was going off on one of his hobo horror stories again.
Hobo horror stories?
Well, no house means no toilet, right? Care to guess what he had to do when he had the shits?
Yeah, I'd rather not. And here I was, thinking I'd get actual substance out of two grown men instead of literal crap.
Thanks for covering for me.
I got you, man.
I don't mind if we let Sayako
That's
know
one
at
hell of
some
a cover.
point. Preferably not when she's plastered.
Yeah, no kidding.
His bond with me grew. This part got a lot busier than before. Poor Ari. Still has no one to talk to. She didn't even want to talk to me. What is she doing on the computer? Nothing. Oh, she's looking at... What is that? Hmm? Oh, sales reports. Ready for a good and proper nip.